Hello everyone, it's Jennifer and thank you for joining me today. This is another one of those special videos. We are revealing some of the new products that are available at Jessie James Beads, jessiejamesbeads.com, starting Wednesday, June 26th. And I have a few of the newest items that they have available. The first thing I have some pendants, and these are woven pendants, and they are just absolutely stunning. I have them in a couple of great summertime USA colors, and that's what we have here is we have summertime USA collection. I also have some wood Paisly pendants. This was in a whitewash, and we're going to use these in one of our projects that we're going to be doing. So this video will just include this single project. I'll do another video where we're going to make a necklace using one of these pendants. Then we have these large hole bead sets, and this is in Sunny Isles Beach. And these are exactly that. Look at the large hole. When I saw these, the first thing I thought of was I made this pen using some large hole beads, and if any of these beads look familiar, yes, those were in Beads by the Pound. And I was able to make a pen using some of those beads, and I instantly thought of using one of these in another pen surrounded by some other gorgeous beads as well, because this bead here from the gorgeous Bead Strand, and this one is in every day is a pull day, and there are some large hole beads included in this beautiful Bead Strand, plus a flamingo charm. And I thought a charm would be really cute to hang off of the top of one of the pens. So we'll see if we'll end up doing something like that, but I am going to use some of the beads from this strand in our earrings as well as in our pendant, with our pendant for a necklace. And last but not least, we have a Heishi bead strand, and this one is in Red Rainbow. And this is just absolutely gorgeous. They're clay, and again, they have a good size hole, and just perfect just to stretch to make a stretchy bracelet or an anklet, anything super cute like that. And we will be making something with that. So let me get these packaged back up. I'm going to push these over to the side, and we are going to focus on these beads here. To make these earrings, we're going to need to cut into our bead strand. We're also going to need our two wood Paisly pendants in the Whitewater. And what else am I going to bring in? I am going to bring in some silver ear wires and some 20 gauge silver craft wire, and this is from Softflex. And I'm not sure what beads I want to use yet. So we are going to decide together. Now I do know that that centerpiece bead we are going to use in our necklace. It is absolutely stunning. Oh, and it's a large hole bead too. Look at that. Wow. I love all the spacers. Everything that's included in this strand is absolutely stunning, including our flamingo. Put that off to the side. I don't, you know what? I actually might want to use these. I didn't think I was going to use these. My thought was using this with one of the potato chips, and what else was I gonna try and put with it? I didn't want gold. Do I want gold, or do I want to mix metal it? What do I want to do? Decisions. This has a nice large hole too, which I think would fit. Let me see here. The color I was thinking of using was this red. I'm wondering if that would fit on here if I twist it around. Oh yeah. So so I'm probably going to use those. Maybe use those in a pen. These fit on there too. maybe. Nope, not those. But we do have, let's see if these, oh yeah, look at that. So we could use those. Awesome. Okay. And of course this does too. Look at that. If we had that, I don't think any of the other beads will fit on there. No, I think that's going to be it. Or those. And the colorful ones here too. That was my first thought, was to use those. All right. Now I'm thinking about what bead I want to use, because I thought I was set on silver with this bead here, and just having it all by itself. That was my first thought. And I actually think that might actually be it, or that. No, I want this for something else. So I'm thinking maybe we will just use those all by their little lonesome. Or, let's see here. I have a piece of scrap metal here. Oh my goodness. I know it's late, but okay. Nope, that's not too big. Well, it kind of is. What if we did something like that? And again, I don't have to use silver. Get that in there just to hold it in place. That's kind of cute. I kind of dig that, because that's kind of cute. I think I kind of dig that with maybe like that. So let's go let me grab some, we're gonna grab some gold. That's what we're gonna grab. So I have my large piece of German style wire. This is 20 gauge. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make an eye pin here. And then I'm going to add my beads, but I'm going to put my beads on here first, because I want to try and minimize waste. And so the way to do that is to kind of like work from the spool. I have a large spool, and so this is what I pulled off from there. Now, when I first looked at this, I thought I wanted to add in my little flowers, but I'm not going to. I am going to have one of these gorgeous little tiny beads here. I'm going to add a little potato chip, and then that's all that I need. I'm not going to make very much. Now the thing is I'm going to bring in my round nose pliers, and you need to make your loop at least about that wide. And so I'm going to come really down to, I'm going to get really close to the end here. And if it is too big of a loop, I'm okay with that, because I want to have some movement. Okay, and then just bend that to make that nice and straight. Let's do it a little bit better than that. That does not look very good. Okay, and so there, that's a little bit better. It's a little more centered. However, though, before I start doing my wire wrap loop, because we're going to do a wire wrap loop up here, I want to add my little pendant here, my little component, because it'll be easier for me to add without having all the beads wire wrapped on there. And we're going to add it there. Oh, that's perfect. And just make sure it's nice and closed off, and it is. Okay, so now we have this here. Then what we want to do is make sure it's nice and straight. We're kind of bent a little bit, so you want to make sure you're nice and straight. Then we're going to come across with our chain nose pliers, and we want to make a wire wrap loop. Now, I do not want to force my wire wrapping down into this bead, but I also need to have enough room for 3 wraps. And since this is 20 gauge, I'm going to come off the tip just a little bit and give it that 90-degree angle bend. And then I'm going to come in with my round nose pliers. Then I'm going to form that wire over the top barrel. I'm going to rotate so that now I can push this tail to the back. And then when I do that, I want to make sure I get nice and centered. And so we have that nice little centered look there. I'm going to lock that in place. So now that I can get my chain nose pliers really close down to that bottom, the base of that loop, because you don't want to put your wire over where the wires cross. For one thing, you're not going to be able to get a very good loop. And another thing too is you can actually, you can snap your wire. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to bring this around and make 3 wraps. Now, I am not really tugging or warming up my wire as I'm wrapping. I'm letting go because I don't want to heat up my wire. I'm going to use it for my next earring, the match to this, and so I don't want to damage it. And so I'm going to come in with my bent chain nose pliers and just tuck in that little tail there. And I did kind of notice that my loop wasn't completely straight there. There we go. And there we have one of our earrings. Let's put our ear wire on there. These are so beachy and cute and super easy. And then I will make the match to this with you. Oh, that is so pretty. Okay, so we're going to push this over to the side because we are going to use that for a necklace. Okay, now let's make our match. And I know I don't have a good flush cut on this, and so I'm going to come in and give it a little bit of a trim. Okay, then I'm going to add my beads, put the potato chip like that so it hugs this bead here. And then remember, I came all the way close to the end and give that a nice, to where it meets. It's not really meeting, but there we go. And then, nope, it's still not really meeting. That is a really ugly wrap or ugly loop, but we made it work. Not too bad. Then we are going to open this up. We're going to add our pendant, and then we're going to close that up. Make sure it's nice and closed. Okay, let's straighten it out. That looks nice and straight. And there we go. We're going to come a little bit off the end, just a hair, so we can get our 3 wraps in. And we're going to bend that over. For our 90-degree angle bend, we're going to come in with our round nose pliers, about so. We're going to form that over that top barrel. We're going to hold on to that while we rotate so we don't move our wire around while it's sitting on the barrel. Okay, we're going to come in. I've already locked that in place. I'm going to give that a nice good grip, and then I am going to come in and do my 3 loops. There are my 3 loops, nice and neat. Come in through the back, give it a little bit of a trim, and looky there, we have a nice piece for another, which we'll probably use that in with our pendant for our necklace. And let's get around to the back and tuck in. We're just going to tuck in that little tail there where we cut off, just to make it nice and clean. All right, and now let's open this up. And we have a fun pair of earrings using our bead strand. And the bead strand is every day is a pool day. And then also too, we used our wood pendants, and this is in their wood Paisly pendant, and this is in the Whitewater. Cute pair of earrings, very simple project. And look at, this is my waist. My waist was just making it a flush cut. So give this video a huge thumbs up if you like it. I know it was quick, but we have a nice quick pair of earrings already made up. And please comment. I love to see what everybody has to say, and subscribe. And until next time, have a good one.